XRP is being valued at an astonishing $400,000 per token, and the idea of this could leave any crypto enthusiast excited, wondering if such a leap is possible. We've seen cryptocurrencies skyrocket in the past, with Bitcoin reaching new highs and Ethereum following suit. So could XRP really join the ranks of these heavyweights and hit $400,000? This is a bold prediction, one that would require massive shifts in the market and a series of events aligning perfectly for XRP's growth. The big question is, how realistic is this? While XRP has undoubtedly proven itself to be a powerful player in the digital currency space, with its use cases in cross-border payments and its partnerships with financial institutions, the path to such a dramatic price surge isn't that simple. The market conditions, Ripple's progress in resolving legal issues like the ongoing SEC lawsuit, and the adoption of blockchain technology are all factors that could impact XRP's value. Investors are keeping a close eye on these developments, and while some are optimistic about XRP's future, others may find it hard to believe that the token could rise to such extreme levels. So is a $400,000 XRP truly achievable, or is it just an ambitious dream? In this video, we'll break down the factors that could drive XRP to new heights, along with the challenges and risks that might stand in its way. By the end, you'll have a clearer understanding of whether this jaw-dropping price prediction is something to get excited about, or if it's just another example of crypto speculation gone wild. To better understand if XRP could actually reach $400,000 per token, let's first take a look at where XRP stands right now. Currently, XRP's price is far from the astronomical predictions we're seeing, with the coin trading at a much lower value. But it hasn't always been this way. XRP has had some significant moments in the market, and at its peak it reached over $3 per token in late 2017 during the massive crypto bull run. However, since then, XRP's price has been heavily impacted by ongoing issues, particularly the SEC lawsuit, which has caused considerable market uncertainty. Despite these setbacks, XRP has maintained its position as one of the top cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. Ripple, the company behind XRP, has successfully partnered with major financial institutions and banks to facilitate cross-border payments, which positions XRP as a strong player in the global payment system. XRP's main use case, its ability to make fast and cheap international transfers, has kept it relevant in the crypto ecosystem, and as Ripple continues to expand its network, there's growing optimism about its long-term value. However, we need to consider that the path to $400,000 is not an easy one. For XRP to reach such a price, there would need to be massive growth in its adoption and demand. This would involve Ripple overcoming regulatory challenges, securing more global partnerships, and seeing an increase in XRP's use as a bridge currency for international transactions. Additionally, the broader crypto market would need to be in a much more stable and bullish state, with investor confidence at an all-time high. While this scenario is not impossible, it certainly requires a perfect storm of conditions that haven't materialized yet. So with XRP's current position and its potential, we need to look at what could drive this kind of surge. Is there enough room for growth to push XRP to $400,000? Let's explore some of the factors that could play a role in this ambitious prediction. For XRP to reach the staggering value of $400,000 per token, several key factors would need to align perfectly. First and foremost, there would need to be a significant increase in the adoption and usage of XRP across the globe. Ripple's primary use case is to facilitate faster and cheaper cross-border payments, which is already gaining traction with major financial institutions and banks. If Ripple continues to expand its partnerships, integrating XRP into more global financial systems, the demand for the token could increase exponentially. As more businesses and institutions start using XRP for everyday transactions, its utility would grow, and so would its value. The resolution of the SEC lawsuit is another crucial factor. The uncertainty surrounding this legal battle has played a massive role in suppressing XRP's price. If Ripple manages to settle the case successfully, or if the lawsuit is dismissed entirely, it would send a powerful message to investors that XRP is no longer at risk of major legal hurdles. This would likely result in a surge of investor confidence, potentially driving the price upwards. With the legal cloud lifted, Ripple could focus entirely on expanding its network, creating new partnerships, and growing its market share, which could fuel the demand for XRP. Another element that could drive XRP's price to unimaginable heights is the overall shift towards blockchain adoption in mainstream finance. As more traditional financial institutions adopt blockchain technology, XRP could become the preferred choice for cross-border payments due to its speed and low transaction fees. This would open up massive new markets for XRP, especially if Ripple succeeds in capturing a larger share of the international remittance and payment processing markets. Furthermore, the global economy's reliance on digital currencies is expected to increase as cryptocurrency becomes more accepted and integrated into traditional finance. A shift in how money is transferred globally, along with the rise of decentralized finance (DeFi), could make XRP an integral part of the future financial infrastructure, pushing its demand and value to new levels. However, it's important to note that while these factors can certainly influence XRP's rise, it would still take an extraordinary combination of adoption, regulatory clarity, and market conditions for XRP to reach such an extreme price as $400,000. While it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility, it remains a highly speculative scenario that requires perfect timing and execution on Ripple's part. So while it's exciting to imagine, we must remain cautious and realistic about the future potential of XRP. While the potential for XRP to hit $400,000 is certainly exciting, we can't ignore the significant challenges and risks that could prevent it from reaching such a high price. One of the biggest obstacles standing in XRP's way is the volatility of the cryptocurrency market itself. Cryptocurrencies, including XRP, have proven to be incredibly unpredictable, with prices often swinging dramatically based on news, regulations, and market sentiment. This volatility can result in rapid price drops, even in the face of positive news. XRP could experience price fluctuations due to general market trends or changes in investor sentiment that could derail any attempt to reach $400,000. Another major challenge is the continued uncertainty around Ripple's legal issues, particularly the SEC lawsuit. Even if the lawsuit is dismissed, there's no guarantee that Ripple will be free from other regulatory hurdles in the future. Governments and regulators around the world are still figuring out how to approach cryptocurrencies, and Ripple could face additional legal scrutiny or new regulations that could hinder its growth. While a positive outcome in the SEC case would certainly be a step forward, it's not a complete guarantee of success for Ripple or XRP, as other regulatory issues could arise. Furthermore, XRP faces fierce competition from other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and Ethereum, the two largest and most established cryptocurrencies, continue to dominate the market, and new projects are emerging all the time, offering innovative solutions to the challenges that XRP aims to solve. For XRP to reach $400,000, it would need to maintain a strong position in the market, fend off competition, and convince users and investors that it is the most reliable solution for cross-border payments. If another blockchain or digital currency gains traction and overtakes XRP in terms of adoption and use cases, the price of XRP could stagnate, or even drop. Additionally, the broader global economy plays a role in XRP's future. If the economy faces a downturn or financial instability, people might pull back from investing in cryptocurrencies, especially those that are more speculative like XRP. Economic recessions, shifts in financial priorities, or geopolitical tensions could hurt the broader crypto market, which in turn could hurt XRP's price. In summary, while the possibility of XRP